Hello, welcome to The Update. I'm Emma Stig. Victoria is closing to all of Sydney and Wollongong after a traveller tested positive for coronavirus. The man, aged in his 60s, flew to Melbourne on Sunday night after attending a birthday party in Sydney's West, which has since been deemed a super spreader event. He sought testing 3 days later after developing symptoms. It's as Queensland recorded one new locally acquired case, with that person already in isolation. New South Wales has 11 new infections, with the source of all but one traced, and Premier Gladys Berejiklian says current restrictions around social distancing and masks don't need to be beefed up.
We are, at this stage, comfortable that the settings that are in place are the appropriate settings, but that's so long as everybody does the right thing.
The Moderna vaccine is a step closer to being approved by the Therapeutic Goods Administration. If given the green light, people would need 2 doses 28 days apart. Australia has an order in for 25 million doses. Meantime, the opposition leader has mocked delays and changes to the vaccine rollout, which will see AstraZeneca phased out. Anthony Albanese using question time to seize on the latest changes.
The government has not met a single one of its vaccine targets, and the rollout is months behind. Is that why the government has now given up on vaccine targets and is talking about horizons? Does the Prime Minister accept that horizons are something that you never reach?
Household wealth is on the way up, increasing by 4.3%. Rising property prices are considered the main driver, along with superannuation and shares. And it's been revealed 3 baboons that made headlines after breaking free from a truck at a Sydney hospital and leading police on a wild chase last year took advantage of a poorly maintained cage and a door that was left open by mistake. An investigation finding human error was to blame. In sport, Sydney FC has travelled to Victoria early ahead of this weekend's A-League Grand Final, not taking any chances with Sydney's COVID outbreak. They play Melbourne City at Amy Park in the decider. New Zealand has been crowned World Test Cricket Champion after pulling off an unlikely victory over India, and Kevin Durant headlines a star-studded US basketball team for the Tokyo Games. In entertainment news, Britney Spears' dad says he's sorry the singer is suffering under her conservatorship. She's in court challenging her father's control over her life for the first time since the order was put in place in 2008. Kim Kardashian has been granted a permanent restraining order against an alleged stalker. The man who's been trying to access her home for months now must stay away from her for another 3 years. And music mogul Scooter Braun says he regrets the way the Taylor Swift feud went down. He insists he did try to help her buy back her original recordings. That's the latest from the Nova Podcast News team, but we'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.